He was in Sweden somewhere with a blonde-haired white woman.
Police say Majors, the star of Creed 3 and other famous films, was involved in a domestic dispute with a woman.
What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all? Welcome back to Moxy Approved. It looks like they got another one. What we talking about? What we talking about? Jonathan Majors. It looks like they got another one. Jonathan Majors, a pretty famous actor. I say this like this because y'all know from Hollywood. I stopped messing with Hollywood. So I don't really watch too many movies anymore, but I mean, it's hard to kind of miss him. He was just in Creed 3, and he's in the new Ant-Man movie coming out. I haven't seen Creed 3, but I have seen The Last Black Man in San Fran, which is a movie he was in. Pretty good, definitely a talented actor. And I say it seems like they got him again because he's caught up in a scandal when it seems like he was on his way to the peak of his career. What's the scandal if you haven't heard yet?
Police say Majors, the star of Creed 3 and other famous films, was involved in a domestic dispute with a woman. Officers were called to an apartment this morning in Chelsea. Police say the woman had injuries to her neck and head and was taken to the hospital. Majors is out of custody tonight, facing charges of strangulation, assault, and harassment.
He was in a taxi cab Friday night with his girlfriend, and altercation happened because she looked at his phone and saw a text message from somebody else and tried to take the phone. So I guess he pushed her away from taking his phone. Well, the next day, this woman had felt some type of way, went to the police department and filed charges of assault. Jonathan Majors was arrested. He's already been let go. But there's some things about this that I want to talk about. One of them is that we live in America, right? So what everybody's doing, including myself, before they even try to come to some conclusion, they're trying to find out what demographic that this girl is.
He was in Sweden somewhere with a blonde-haired white woman.
Hey, that's just America. That's how it works. Now, a lot of people are saying that this woman is a colonizer, and I won't even lie. That makes more sense. I could be wrong about this.
Domestic dispute with a woman. Officers were called to an apartment this morning in Chelsea. Police say the woman had injuries to her neck and head and was taken to the hospital. Majors is out of custody tonight, facing charges of strangulation, assault, and harassment.
But the way this happened, someone getting assaulted and not reporting it right away, reporting it the next day, and they have bruises and all kinds of things on them. And the NYPD said that because of certain evidence provided, they had no choice but to arrest Jonathan Majors. Now, I say that this woman is probably a colonizer because that's how they handle things a lot of times. Now, I could be wrong with this because Megan Thee Stallion did something similar to this. She got to an event, and the next day, something like that, she reported Tory Lanez, who seems to be, after that phone call that he had from jail, seems like a lot of people were wrong with what happened there. But this one, I just want to say how this case was handled. I'm going to say this probably was a colonizer. Me personally, I don't have no problem with them type folks. I don't really, I've dealt with colonizers before. I don't really deal with them anymore because I work in tech. And as a black man, when you do very well in tech, those are the main ones that's going to come at you. The white men know you're already looking for them. They know it's cliche-ish. They'll still try passive-aggressive shit. But the ones you really got to look out for are the women colonizers. They have all kind of tricks and schemes. I don't cover celebrity news unless it really affects our community. And I think this Jonathan Majors case does affect our community because it reminds me of a case that we just saw last week, and that's the Michael Irvin case. If you don't know about that, Michael Irvin was not allowed to be a TV analyst for the Super Bowl because he stayed in the Marriott, and a woman colonizer made all these claims. Now, what happened in that case is that the Marriott did not want to put the tape evidence out. Michael Irvin's lawyer had to go through all kind of loopholes to make them publicly put the tape out. And I say all this to say that when a lawyer has access or has saw a tape, right, and they're saying that this tape is going to clear their client of charges, that means when you see a tape, most of the time, that nothing has really happened. Like, look at this with Michael Irvin. Right. Now, Mike, as some of y'all may know, Michael Irvin has a civil case against the Marriott. I personally think he should have put the NFL in there too, but he did it. And Jonathan Majors, it seems like he has a similar situation. I want to read something that his lawyer put up. Now, from the Daily Beast, his lawyer put up, Jonathan Majors is completely innocent and probably the victim of an altercation with a woman he knows. We are quickly gathering and presenting evidence to the district attorney with the expectation that all charges will be dropped imminently. This evidence includes video footage from the vehicle where this episode took place, witness testimony from the driver and others who saw and heard the episode, and most importantly, 2 written statements from the woman recanting these allegations. All the evidence proves that Mr. Majors is entirely innocent and did not assault her whatsoever. Now, he would have to have the worst lawyer in the world if they're gonna put that out and they haven't seen this evidence and he even says that the so-called victim has recanted her allegations. Now, what it sounds like to me is that something happened, she got mad, maybe the dude probably was aggressive with, maybe pushing her off and grabbing his phone, that's his property. And she went home, probably told her story to other people. Look, I think it's a white colonizer. They bruise easily. She probably told her friends this story and they're probably like, oh my God, what are you doing? You need to report this, da-da-da. Basically, you need to get this money grab, okay? Now, the sad part about this is, looking on Twitter about this case, there are a lot of women jumping out the window, which, I mean, that's not surprising. We just got through that whole Me Too movement. So I'm not gonna sit here and say it's super surprising, but the part that's surprising to me is that it's a lot of black women doing that, right? And over here on this page, is one of my mottos that I try to give my own people a reasonable doubt before I get to judging. I'd rather be wrong trying to give one of my people a reasonable doubt. I really think this is a white colonizer. And I know a lot of y'all black women are mad when y'all see that, but that don't mean that this man is not a part of our community. And I know he in Hollywood and they got all that stuff going down, but on this page, I like to try to protect our image any way possible. So I ain't gonna withhold back from judging this man until I see more evidence. If I have to take a side, which I'm doing right now, I'm gonna go with what that lawyer is saying. The lawyer is saying that they have the actual video footage. Video footage is supposed to be used against the criminal. Whenever they talking about the video footage will show you that this man did nothing wrong, that tells me something right there. And once again, you saw how they did Michael Irvin. And Michael Irvin was worse because Michael Irvin had a bad history, okay? So it was easier for them to do that to Michael Irvin, and he had to go through all kinds of stuff to get that tape out to see that nothing happened. And when you kind of look at Michael Irvin's case, it looked like that woman saw Michael Irvin and put herself around him for something to happen. A money grab. Certain people are more inclined to do that than other people. That's why I tend to stay away from certain groups. And hopefully Jonathan Majors, after this, you know, if he comes out unscathed, hopefully he'll learn his lesson in that too. You know, I think it's a disgusting thing because you know why? There are women out there of all colors that, you know, go through abuse. And when you have people using it as a money grab, you have people like me that's less inclined to automatically believe a woman that I have to see all the evidence first. All right. You remember Amber Heard? She was bruised, and we found out that was a lie. Once again, I like to keep a reasonable doubt for our own. I think it's sad that I was expecting to see the white colonizers on there saying, hey, no matter what, he's done this, you know. But I ain't gonna lie, man. It's one of the reasons why I'm probably take a break from America is just seeing all these black women on there just dragging this dude with no evidence.
He was in Sweden somewhere with a blonde-haired white woman. I don't celebrate that. I'm not gonna celebrate their children that they have.
And maybe it's because they think that he went with a white colonizer. I don't think that's enough of an excuse.
I don't mind seeing black women with white men. It gets even more toxic for me.
Oh, you're toxic. What?
I don't.
If anything, I think we should just be quiet if that's the case. I don't think because he's going with a white colonizer, that's enough of an excuse to just say the man did this. But whatever the case, that's my opinion on it. You let me know what you think about this in the comments section. Well, anyways, you know how we like to end our videos over here at Moxy Approved, right? With that water. I see y'all here next time on Moxy Approved. Man, white colonizers, man. Women colonizers, whew.